Hi, and welcome to the New Visions Living Environment Curriculum Unit 1 User Guide. I'm Andrea Robinson, and I work at All City Leadership Secondary School. This unit serves as an introduction to the school year, focusing on the major question of what makes something living, as evidenced by the presence of the 7 characteristics of life. Additionally, this unit introduces cell theory and the general structure and function of prokaryotes and eukaryotes, with a function on the job each organelle serves, and how these organelles work together to maintain life. The performance task for this unit involves students using the information they've learned throughout the unit in order to determine whether a mystery organism is living or non-living and why. Information will also be collected within the task and used to make a claim on whether the mystery organism is alive or not, and to write a scientific explanation to support the claim. Our 5 goals for the unit are questions you can easily post in your classroom to help frame the unit for students. They revolve around what makes organisms living, as well as focusing on the cell itself, as it is the smallest unit of life. Although individual organelles will be covered in greater detail in later units, mitochondria and respiration, chloroplasts and photosynthesis, ribosomes and protein synthesis, this is a good place to give an overview. The 2 essential questions for Unit 1 ensure that students understand what properties are essential for all living organisms. In the first activity, students have an opportunity to think through and discuss their own understanding of what it means to be alive by examining a variety of objects and classifying each as alive or not alive. Small groups then place these same objects along a continuum from living to non-living, providing a great opportunity for the teacher to listen and record students' initial thoughts and misconceptions. In the second assessment, students generate their own list of the characteristics of life through observing a variety of life processes, such as plants reacting to sunlight. Students then deepen their understanding of the characteristics of life through engaging with a text that accommodates their reading level or interest. The goal of assessment number 3 is to explore the differences and commonalities between eukaryotic and prokaryotic, and plants and animal cells. Throughout the curriculum, there are embedded group learning routines that engage students in discussion, enabling them to clarify their own thinking and to learn from their peers. These routines are also designed to provide the teacher with valuable insights into student understanding, formative information that can be used to tailor future instruction. Think, Talk, Open Exchange is used in this instruction sequence to elicit student ideas on the cell theory and how and why all cells are both similar and different to each other. This protocol, along with several other suggestions to get your students talking, is included in the Learning Resources folder found in each unit plan. As the unifying theme of biology, evolution is spiraled throughout the curriculum. In Unit 1, we suggest that students are introduced to the concepts of common ancestry, the history of the evolution of life, and perhaps adaptation to the environment. A variety of resources are provided to integrate evolution, including video and text from AMNH's exhibit, Life at the Limits. Assessment 5 is the final performance task for the unit. The performance task asks students to observe one entity of the teacher's choosing and use the knowledge they've gained from the unit to determine whether it meets all of the requirements to be considered a living organism. Finally, students develop a scientific explanation to support their claim that the entity is alive or not alive. I have often noticed that my students struggle with identifying appropriate evidence to support a claim. The decision chart included in the performance task resources can be used to support students. My students showed a lot of growth between the first writing task and the summative task, showing that they're getting used to thinking like a scientist by using reasoning and evidence to back up their claims. I hope you find the same goes for your students.